Well, from street gangs to prison gangs, all this week we've told you about murder and drug rings spearheaded by gangs behind bars. Tonight you'll see how they use the legal system to help them carry out their crimes. Here is part 4 now of Chris Blatchford's continuing series.
This is John Stinson, one of the top-ranking members of the Aryan Brotherhood prison gang, a ruthless killer serving life in prison. As a maximum security inmate, he is allowed almost no contact with other prisoners, but by acting as his own attorney, a right known as pro per, prosecutors say he uses the system to run the Brotherhood, order hits, and deal drugs. County Counsel Jim Owens has spent 6 years working with pro per inmates.
Our goal, I think, is to prolong the system, to delay the trial, to stay in Los Angeles.
Stinson, like other problem inmates today, is being held in this maximum security state prison at Pelican Bay, where prisoners are locked down in individual cells 24 hours a day. But before being moved recently, authorities say Stinson used his pro per status to avoid the much harsher prison routine and holed up here in a more comfortable LA County jail for 6 long years. Here, authorities say he misused his pro per privileges to run his criminal enterprise. Pro pers get daily visits up to 50 minutes long with a legal runner of their choice. Stinson used his wife, Debbie. And this former Mexican mafia associate says legal runners are often used for crime, not legal help.
You got that extra spare person right there doing your running out there out there in the streets. She's working from the outside, or he's working from the outside, while you're working from the inside.
Legal runner visits are unmonitored, no partition between the inmate and visitor. And deputies say runners like Debbie Stinson slip narcotics inside legal packages. This Mexican mafia member says it happens all the time.
When you go to court, you could have the transcripts, filled in with whatever drug that you want.
Pro pers also have free access to the law library for 2 hours a day. Here, weapons, messages, and drugs are stashed in the law books.
All they do is they take a razor blade, cut it to the length of a shank or whatever they put in there, open it up when they need it, pull it out, and it's gone. And all you do is open it up and say, yeah, something was there.
Also in the library, there is a bank of unmonitored telephones. And at her Garden Grove home,
walk out on my own.
John Stinson's wife, Debbie, would collect calls from her husband and set up a 3-way conversation with anyone he wanted to talk to in or out of prison. This former Mexican mafia associate says pro pers do it every day.
That's the way they, get everything going as far as drugs. Then they're always calling me and needs anything going on, or, what's up today, or, who's in the mix, who's going to get hit today, or, what's happening, who's coming in from the streets that's going to hit this.
From the isolation of their cells, pro per inmates also have subpoena power. They use it to conduct prison gang business, position hits, and hit men. A pro per subpoena can pull anyone they want out of prison and bring them to county jail under the ruse of being a witness in their case. Most are never real witnesses. Mexican mafia member Sal Buenostro was subpoenaed down and stabbed. A pro per set up the hit. The alleged mob hitman, Topo Peters, came down from Pelican Bay on what Deputy District Attorney Frank Johnson believes was a trumped-up subpoena.
There's no reason in the world for either of those two people to be in LA County Jail.
Except to do a hit.
And if a group of these Mexican mafia prison inmates want to get together only to discuss gang business, this Mexican mafia soldier says, just get a pro per inmate to subpoena everyone down to county jail.
Pull in a bunch of removal orders and, pull down 10, 15 guys from different prisons. Just have whatever meeting you want. Whatever you want to use them for, you just bring them down.
These prison gang members have used the pro per system to create one hell of a mess, according to Deputy District Attorney Frank Johnson.
It's really laughable. It's like the sheriffs and the state prison system are running a Greyhound bus service for these people at their pleasure to transport them all over the state. It's really gotten out of hand.
So they can have meetings?
Absolutely.
So they can do hits?
Absolutely.
So they can sell drugs?
Yes, without a doubt.
The Sheriff's Department is already working hard within the restrictions of the law to close some of the pro-per loopholes. But one insider says it is still what he calls outrageous. But what is perhaps more outrageous is what is happening on the streets. Prison gangs recruiting hardcore street gangs to do their dirty work. Youthful street gang members that look up to groups like the Mexican Mafia as criminal role models. We'll have